Our first order of business is approval of minutes. Once committee members have had a chance to review, I would entertain
I'll make
a motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Under new business, item number 1, resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a grant application for the 2024 West Alabama Recycling Program ADM grant. Welcome, Selvin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. These first two items on your agenda are going to be related, so I'd like to cover them in discussion purposes together. First, I'd like to apologize for not getting you guys sufficient background information in your packet for these two items. That oversight is totally on me, but you'll be punished for it because now you've got to listen to me longer. So that's just a part of the equation. So if I can, I'd like to just take a few minutes to give you a little bit of background with this recycling program. The Alabama Department of Environmental Management funds a fairly robust recycling grant program on an annual basis. The city has partnered with Tuscaloosa County, Para, Shelton State, and UA since 2009 in making application to that grant. And we've been fairly successful in award amounts for every year since then that we've been putting in applications. Those grant amounts have ranged from approximately $153,000 to our last year award was $315,000.
Wow.
Our eligibility for this year is up to $460,000. To give you an idea of kind of how we have been able to use that money with this year's allocation, we were able to purchase an additional curbside recycling truck and roughly $60,000 worth of additional recycling bins and trailers. That has allowed us to both enhance our recycling program and expand it to other areas. So we've got a lot more that we are working on in that direction. The funding initially for that is covered in our operations. We usually budget for the grant amount that we put in for the application. But again, that money is 100% reimbursable from our grant. I would like to take a moment to recognize our ESD staff, Jennifer and Rebecca, who have done a great job in kind of forerunning this. And we've had a lot of help with Dana out of accounting and finance as well. The three of them have done a lot of heavy lifting on this. They've done a remarkable job, in some cases reinventing the wheel to keep this thing on track. So I definitely want to recognize those three individuals. Our grant deadline for this term is March 1st, and we're in good shape timing wise on that. We usually hear about our award amount sometime mid-June. So we'll be expecting kind of what more will come out of it then. That brings us around to the two items that we have before you today for consideration. This first item is authorizing the mayor to approve the grant application that goes in for this. And again, we submit that grant application prior to March 1st. So that's the first item that's before you. Any questions?
Selvin, is your, I guess, do you feel like there's a good chance we'll get the whole 460 or what in the past, kind of how's that work?
So in the past, we've been fairly successful at getting what our maximum amount is. And that maximum amount is based on 20% increase over what your last year's amount was. So that pushes us to kind of where we are for what we are anticipating this year.
Is that amount that you qualify for based on, I mean, I'm assuming it's based on our level of recycling? Is it based on the size of our city? What's that based on?
All of those things, along with how robust of a program you have, which is why we foster the partnership that we have, because that goes a long way when you can show the interagency cooperation that we're looking at this region as a whole and not just a single community.
I think that's good.
Yeah, what questions?
What I wanted to know, because this sounds like a great campaign to get people around and having us to have a cleaner environment. What methods of marketing are used to push this so that every year gets higher and higher?
So that is actually a part of our grant requirement as well. We have to show so much advertisement per year as to how we've tried to educate the general public on what we're doing and what type of things they can be recycling and where those are located. And we're actually, from a staffing standpoint, now in a process to kind of take a deep dive into each aspect of this to look at how we can do things better in all of our areas. Some of our areas around town are fantastic at recycling. Others we still have some encouragement to do, so we're looking at ways to improve that all over.
Any other questions for Selby? I would entertain a motion to approve item 1.
Make a motion. Second?
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 1 carries approved. Item number 2, Selby was beginning to speak about is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a cooperative agreement related to the Alabama Department of Environmental Management for a West Alabama recycling program for FY 2024.
So yes, this is the actual memorandum of understanding that is signed between the city, Tuscaloosa County, Para, UA, and Shelton State Community College. It outlines what each of our obligations will be within the recycling program and what parts of that each one of us are responsible for in adhering to the grant criteria.
Questions? Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2 is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Selby. Item number 3 is approval to enter into minor public works contract with Zappa Waterfalls and Hardscapes to reseal the water feature wall on the fountain at Government Plaza. Total $5,700. Summer, welcome.
Welcome, thank you. Thank you for having me. So this is for the Government Plaza fountain, and we're undergoing some modifications to the pumps. And while those are down, we're going to go ahead and reseal and waterproof the inside of the fountain. And it's for Zappa Waterfalls for $5,700. It's budgeted in our maintenance general fund.
Questions?
I'll make a motion. Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 4 is approval to enter into a minor public works contract with Nichols Construction and home repair to construct storage room at the River Market. The total is $6,436. Summer?
Okay, this is for the River Market. This is to construct a kind of not a specialty storage cabinet, but it's a nice feature at the end of the wall for Kay and her group. River Market Repairs is going to fund this, and it's with Nichols Construction for $6,436.
Questions?
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 4 is approved. Item number 5, approval of balancing order with ST Bund Construction Company for resurfacing local streets project. The total is $107,768. Zach, welcome.
Good afternoon, council. Here for the balance and change order, we had an overrun of $107,767.49. This is on the local streets. We were able to pave 95 local streets in this project. We just had an overrun at the end. It's in the Elevate budget, and there is money in the budget for it.
Questions?
Yes, sir. What were the factors in the overages?
It's quantity overruns. There was more deep patching than we initially anticipated was one of the main ones. So we had to use more material for that.
Gotcha.
Any other questions? We entertain motion to approve.
Motion. Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 6, authorization for the mayor to execute a trade agreement with Crimson Carpet and Flooring. Welcome, Kay.
Thank you. Good afternoon and happy Valentine's Day. So this is for the River Market. Crimson Carpet will be supplying glue-down floors in the main corridors, the offices, break room, reception area, copy room, and conference room, again, at the River Market. The materials we would pay for, but the labor portion to install these floors is $8,325, and we'll be trading those for concert tickets at the Tuscaloosa Amphitheater for the 2023-24 season. And so the request is for a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a trade agreement with Crimson Carpet.
It's not something new that we haven't done in the past, is it?
We've done that in the past, yes, sir.
Good trade. That's a good trade. That's good.
Yes,
So
sir.
moved.
Yes, sir.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kate.
Item number 6 is approved. Item number 7, we've got approval of a contract renewal with Site Improve Inc. for website monitoring and data supply concerning website traffic and uptime. The total is $10,107.73. Welcome, Don.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
As stated, this is a request for the approval for the renewal of the contract with Site Improve for $10,107. Site Improve helps us monitor our sites on a daily basis and sends reports regarding our site's accessibility. Very important in making sure our site is compliant with all of the standards for accessibility.
John, was this an increase over the last contract? Is it up or is it similar?
It is a slight increase. I think it was a 3% increase.
Questions?
Donald, looking at this proposal, when you talk about accessibility, for the person who doesn't know what accessibility is, can you unpack that for me?
So whenever providing information to your users, it's required that you provide the same information to all users, whether they be hearing impaired, visually impaired, or anything like that. So there are many different ways that you have to, and many different ways and many different rules and guidelines that you have to follow when it comes to accessibility. For instance, if I'm providing a picture for everyone to see, if a visually impaired person is viewing the website and they can't see the picture, I have to provide words for them to be able to hear.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Thank
is
you.
approved, thank you, Don. Item number 8 is authorization to execute a lease with Twin Hanger LLC at Tuscaloosa National Airport. Jeff, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We have reached final negotiation with Twin Hanger LLC for the 3.5 acres as previously leased by the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office. They have committed up to $1.1 million to be authorized for 25 years for those leased premises and is meeting market rate for those the leased area. So we're requesting authorization for the mayor to execute that lease with Twin Hanger LLC.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 8 is approved. Is there any new business or old business to be brought before this committee? Before we adjourn, I would like to send best wishes to Councilman Busby, who's under the weather. Today, we wish him a speedy recovery.
And we know that he's watching us right now.
I'm afraid he's watching to see what we're gonna do. There's still more entertainment potential.
That's right.
Also want to welcome our University of Alabama students from the journalism department that are here today as our guests. We appreciate you guys being here and hope y'all are enjoying watching your government function, hopefully efficiently today. We appreciate you being here. Our next Public Projects Committee meeting is next Tuesday, February 21st. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.